Assalamualaikum. I welcome you all for class 7 subject science. So today we are going to continue with our topic, that is soil. Now here what we are going to learn is the types of soil. There are different types of soil. Now how does the soil form? Weathering of rocks produce small particles of various materials. These include sand and clay. The relatively amount of sand and clay depends upon the rock from which the particles were formed. That is the parent rock. How is this formed? The mixture of rock particles and humus is called the soil. It is formed from the weathering of rocks. The soil is formed how? With the weathering of rocks. The mixture of rock particles and humus is called the soil. Living organisms such as bacteria, plant roots and earthworm are also important parts of any soil. Even that is very important. We cannot say that we don't want bacteria or any earthworms in the soil. Even those things play an important role in agriculture. The soil is classified on the basis of the proportion of the particles of various sizes. Means the soil, how it is differentiated, what it contains, okay, what the soil contains in the greater proportion, whether it is sand or it is a clay, okay. If it is greater portion, means which is higher in that is known as sandy soil or clay soil or the loamy soil. If soil contains greater portion of big particles, it is called sandy soil. As you can see in the picture, this is the sandy soil. Okay, sandy soil is made up of a greater proportion of big particles. It will be having big particles in it. The size of the particle in a soil has an influence on its property. Sand particles are quite large. They cannot fit close together, so there are large spaces between them. These spaces are filled with air. You can see in the picture there are holes and spaces in between it. So these spaces are filled with air. We say that the sand is well aerated. Aerated means filled with air, is known as aerated. Water can drain quickly through the spaces between the sand particles. So sandy soil tends to be light, well aerated and rather dry. So what it is tend to absorb the light, and it has, why? Because it has holes. As you can see in the soil there are holes. The particles are big. It is not attached well. Therefore the space will be there and the air can pass through it, the water can pass through it, the light can pass through it, and it will not hold. Okay, so it is the bigger particles, that is the sandy soil. If the proportion of the fine particle is relatively higher, then it is called clayey soil. Means what it is saying, little bit higher, clay particles being much smaller, packed tightly together. The sandy soil has the space, holes and all, but here there is no space. Okay, it will be tightly packed. Being much smaller, the particles are very small and packed tightly together, leaving little space for air. Very little space will be present in the clayey soil. Unlike sandy soil, water can be held in the tiny gaps between the particles. What happens here? The water also cannot pass very easily. It will hold the water in its gap. Particles of clay. So clay soil has less air, but they are heavy as they hold more water than the sandy soil. What's happening here? Here the air space is very less and the water which they absorb will be holding in them and they will become heavy in weight. So it is holding water in them. This is known as clayey soil. The third type is the best soil now. The best topsoil for growing plants is loam. Loamy soil is a mixture of sand and clay. Okay. What it is? A mixture of sand and clay is the loamy soil. And another type of soil particle known as silt. Silt occurs as a deposit in the river beds. Where we can see this silt? Silt will come in the river beds. The size of the silt particles is between those of sand and clay. Okay. It is neither too large, it is not so small, it is in between. Means it will be between so that it cannot give more space for air to move and it should not hold the water also. The loamy soil also has humus in it. Okay, what it will be having? Humus. It has the right water holding capacity for growth of plants. So which soil is good for agriculture? That is, loamy soil is the best for agriculture. What we can see in the picture, this soil is the loamy soil. It also contains humus and therefore considered the best for the growth of the plants. You can do a small thing, collect samples of clayey, loamy and sandy soils. Take a fistful of soil from one of the samples, remove any pebbles, rock or grass blades from it. Now add water drop by drop and knead the soil. All the three, what you have to do, all the three soils you have to take, that is one fist, and you have to mix and put the water and make a dough. Okay, so you have to knead it well. Then so that it should become a ball. Make a ball with that mud. Can be made from it. But at the same time, it should not be a sticky also. Try to make a ball from this soil on a flat surface. Roll this ball into a cylinder. Try to make a ring from the cylinder. As you can see in the picture how it has been made a ring. Try to make a ring from this cylinder. Repeat this activity with other samples also. Does the extent to which a soil can be shaped indicate its type? Now you can say which type of soil can be easy for making pots or toys and all. Yes, the loamy soil is best for making toys. The loamy soil is best for making toys, pots, as you can see the picture here. So it is used for making pots and toys. Now we'll learn the properties of soil. You have listed some uses of soil. Yes or no? What are the uses of soil? Soil is used for agriculture. Soil is used for making pots. Soil is used for, there are many organisms which are living in it. Let us perform some activities to find the characteristics of the soil. Now let us do an activity. Take a hollow pipe having a diameter of 5 cm. Place the pipe about 2 centimeters deep in the ground. As you can see in the picture, he has taken the pipe and you have to keep it in the earth. Pour the water. You can fix the pipe in the ground. Then pour the water what you have taken in the beaker slowly and observe the timing what it is given. So fill that pipe completely. You have to fill the pipe and you have to observe what happens to the water there. When all the water has percolated means it has gone deep below the earth, is known as percolation. The absorption of water of the soil from the soil is known as percolation. Now all the water you can leave for some time. It will not go very easily fast and all. As you are pouring, it will not go. It takes some time. When all the water has percolated, leaving the pipe empty, note the time again. What happens there? Note the time when you start pouring the water. When all the water has percolated, leaving the pipe empty, note the time again. Okay, first you have to see the time and again you have to observe the time. How much time it has been taken to observe the water. Be careful not to let the water spill over or run down on the outside of the pipe while pouring. Calculate the rate of percolation by using the formula. Now we had taken how much water? We had taken 200 ml of water in a beaker. So now we are going to calculate how much time it has been taken to percolate. Percolate means to absorb the water from this, that is the soil is absorbing water. That is known as percolation rate of the soil. How it will be calculated? So percolation rate is equals to amount of water. amount of water by percolation time. Okay, so how much water we had taken? We had taken 200 ml. Okay, and what will be the time? For example, if I take 20 minutes for 200 ml, so what will be the rate of percolation? 200 by 20, that is 10 ml per minute. Okay, what will be the rate of percolation? That is nothing but 10 ml per minute. So calculate the rate of percolation in your soil sample. At near your home you can go and you can try. Compare your findings with other and arrange the soil samples in the increasing order of the rate of percolation. So once the absorption is more, then the rate of percolation is more. Understood? That is nothing but the water absorption from the soil. Soil will absorb the water is known as percolation.